Alright guys, welcome back to the channel once again, and in this video we're going to talk about the Grapesjs Studio pages. So let's suppose you have a multiple pages into the studio editor, and then you can just switch the pages and change the content on the specific page and then save it and all those things you can do it. But what if you want to add a page, and before adding a page you want to open a modal, you want to add some details over there, or you want to run a function, call an API to the backend and all those things you want to do it. So how are you going to do it? Because Grapesjs Studio provides you the button, so you can just add the page and then save it later and all those things you can do. But right now we have some actions as well, like you can call a custom functions like add, remove and duplicates and all those things, and then you can write your own logic on that and then you can run it. So all those things you can do. So if you have already seen this, so it's great. Otherwise let me help you out, so I can just show you all those things, how we can do it and how we can call our custom functions, like whatever logic we're going to write while adding or duplicating or deleting the function. So all those things we can do over there. So let's get to it. Let's get to the screen, and then we're going to be looking at how we can do that. And that's all right. Alright guys, so as you can see my screen over here, the studio documentation. So we just need to see the pages part, right? We're going to be discussing about the pages. Alright, so we can see like over here, so this is how you're going to see the pages when you run the editor and see it on the screen. And after that you can, if you want to do some initialization, so how you can do that, so like you have to load the pages so that you can load the pages into the default under the project, okay? And after that you have some options over here, like let's suppose you want to remove the pages, you want to just keep it as a simple editor, not like want to include the pages and all. So you can just make the pages false, so that will be removed. You'll not see the pages option over there. And if you want to add the pages, so you have this another function which is called editor.pages.add. So that's how, if you run a function like pages add, so you can run the function like this and then you can add the pages. Even you are not running this function, Grapesjs will do it by default for you. So you can just click on the button, like the button over here, just click on the page and then it will add the function, and later on you can just modify, do the editing, and also you can do it and save it. So even if you want to disable it, so you can just disable the addition part, so you don't want to add any extra pages inside the Grapesjs Studio, so you can just disable, so it will only have those pages which you are loading by default. Otherwise it will not run this function for adding the pages. Same for duplicate page, so you see the duplicate page over here, so you can run this function called duplicate, okay? And then there's some extra function you're running like a rename and all, so you can run it. So this is coming over here, so if you want to provide a different name to it, so you can just provide it. So these details come into the object. So when you log it, like you will put the console log about this object, so you will find all the function and all the object details, whatever is coming inside that data object, okay? So same way, like you can disable it if you want to disable, so people cannot duplicate it. And also there is a command item, same for remove as well, it's gonna work. And after that there are some command items as well, like let's suppose you click on these horizon icon and then you click on it, so you see rename, duplicate, delete. So if you want to run it from here, so you can click on it. Otherwise if you want to add some extra items into it, so you can add like this. You already get the items into the object when you call this command item function, and after that by default it comes, and then later you can add like this custom page and then alert page name. So the command is kind of, you can run a callback function over there, and after that you can just add the things whatever you want to. So we're gonna be implementing all these things into our code base, and we're gonna be looking at actually it works or not, because sometimes we get some issues. In the last video we got some issues, we saw that. So the same thing over here, and these are some global setting for each and every page when you click on it. So you get like you have a name title, you have a description, and then you have a custom body footer on each and every page. So how you're gonna add it? So even for these things as well, there are some global settings into the configurator, so you can add it, so you can make it dynamic. So we're gonna look at that thing as well. Okay, so let's get to the code and let's look at it, how it works or not. So first we're gonna be starting with the add page, and then we're gonna be going at the bottom and then exploring all those things, okay? So this is what I was talking about, the global settings. So you see the global page setting, it comes under the default, and when you go to the custom you have a global page setting, and inside that you can put all the global details. Let's look at the code base, and this is the code base right now, like what we have done so far into the Grapesjs Studio editor. So I'm going to be writing some functions over here. Let's suppose like function add new page, okay, like this. And after that I'm going to be writing a function like function remove page, and then I'm going to be writing function duplicate page, okay, like this. So I have these three functions. Now I'm going to call these functions over here. So let's suppose if I go over here in the options, so you get an object like pages, okay? Inside that object you can pass add function, okay? So inside the add function you get the page, and then you can call the function like add new page, like this, okay? And you can get the page, you can do whatever you want to do inside, okay? So you get like editor and all those. So I'm going to console log add. Okay, so this is how it is. Okay, so you can just log it and you see what details are coming. So mostly the editor and all those details comes inside it, so you can just add new page. Okay, same for the remove. Let me just put it for remove. Okay, so let's just do, so I have a GitHub Copilot running by default, so it always gives you the suggestion by, because it's nothing, just a chat GPT. So it will by default, it will automatically check like whatever you are writing so far, so what is related to, so it will just give you the suggestion. So you just have to hit the tab if you like it, so you can keep that code, otherwise you can write your own code, so it doesn't matter. So always get the right suggestion, so I just don't have to write, like put some extra effort on writing the code. Okay, same for duplicate as well. Okay, and then so like this, and okay, so here you can write like this. Okay, duplicate page. So command items over here. Okay, so we just put the command items, and then you just get the items over here, and then there's a console return items. Okay, and then console items, let's see if it's working or not. So you get the length or not. So command item, so you get the editor and item, so this is not correct, so you have to extract it from the object. Now it's gonna be working. So you get the length. Okay, so you got the items over here, whatever the items, so you rename edit, and you got the two items, rename and then duplicate like this. Unless suppose I want to add extra one over here, so I just do like dot, and then I wanna add over here like id new item, something like this. Okay, and then you see my screen over here, my new item is added new item. If I click on it, okay, let me just click on it, so it should be shown over here, like the command is not working, so it should be cmd. Okay, so it should be cmd, and now it should work. Okay, so if you see my screen and click on it, so I got the new item, and whatever the logic you want to write after that, it's up to you. You can just run something over here and do whatever you want to do on each and every pages, doesn't matter. So let me just enable the settings part over here, so I'll show you. So we have like, when I click on the settings, we get all the details, custom HTML, custom body, and all those things. But if you go to the project over here, default, and then you just go to custom, and then inside the custom you get the called global page settings. Inside that page settings, you can just check what you want to keep. So over here, if you go, so you got all the details. So what is the slug over here? It's kind of very interesting. Like what is the slug? The slug means it's your path name, like on which path name you want to see your page to be shown when you move it to the publish page, like publish page or the publish URL. So you cannot show your all the pages on the same path name. So it should be different. It should be always unique. So you have to put the slug over here. So when you're gonna put the slug, so that slug gonna be working as a path name on the different, like let's suppose abc.com / your slug name. So slug is like, let's suppose about or home or your contact us, so those gonna be slug. So that's why we call slug over here. So it's gonna be you have to put the details over here, title, so the page title, favicon icon, what icon you want to show, description, keywords, social title, social image, all these are kind of like meta details. And then there's custom head and custom body, like whatever the script you want to run, links you want to run on the HTML page. So let's suppose if I go over here and I just do custom body equals to, I type something inside, so I should see those details inside the settings. Okay, custom head, custom body. All right, so it's not showing up over here, but when you update it, so you got these details over here. So these details doesn't come in the global settings. These details come like specific to each and every page. So inside each and every page over here, like you go to the pages, go to the home, and then go to the settings. So inside the settings also you can update the things over there, or you whatever you want to. So let's suppose I remove, you can update more things over here. So those depend on over here. It's not a proper global settings, it's just settings related to each and every page. But the global settings like this one is just like you can just update one time over here, so it's gonna be rendering on each and every pages, whatever the pages you have loaded. But in the pages over here, so you can keep one kind of settings like this, okay, and inside that also you can update the name and all those things, whatever you want to. So those things are given over here. So these are related to that page settings, and same way you can explore over here. So you see over here the pages component, and inside the settings you have a different slug, and the slug and your name, title, and all those things, whatever you want to keep, so you can keep it over there. Okay, so even we go inside this, okay, and page config. So you see over here page config, okay, settings, no, not this one. Okay, so over here if we go to pages, default, and then inside there is no default project data, custom pages. So it takes by default because there's no pages type defined, but yeah, that's how you can configure. So they have given the already in the documentation, but interface type is not defined for these pages, so that's why it's not showing up. So I hope it makes sense from this video, guys. And also you can run the function like this. So let's suppose I have to add the page over here. So first of all, I got it, like I just have to do, like I just have to pass the editor inside this. So I'll just pass page.editor like this, and I get the editor over here, editor, and then what I will do, I'll just do editor.pages.add like this, and then ID and then name, something like this. Let me just check. Okay, so go over here and you just add it, click on it and you add it. So we got something over here. All right, guys, so there is a one thing, like if you have the same ID, it doesn't gonna work. It's not gonna be adding the same ID page. So make sure you have to keep different ID all the time. And also, like you see, when you select it, then you can access this horizon icon, and then you can delete it. So, okay, so this is how it's gonna work. Okay, so delete. And also if you want to duplicate, so you can duplicate. So as you can see, the duplicates also work. So let me just delete these pages first. Okay, so delete. Okay, so now let me just, so you can see over here. So that make sure whenever you are duplicating, so you just have to add new page. So I have to run the function for duplicate and add new page, and then change the ID of the existing page, because if you keep the same ID, it's not going to be duplicating. So make sure you change the ID and then duplicate it. Okay, so just duplicate, it's going to select the new one, and then see everything's changed. Okay, now if you go back, so it's going to change the page content and everything, because whatever that you loaded into that one. Okay, so that's what you have to do. Okay, and if you want to remove page, and just click delete the pages. That's how you can do it. So all right, guys, I think that's it from this video, and I think it's pretty easy. There's nothing like fancy going on which I have to explain, but I'm gonna be explaining you how you can move this selector from here to, if you want to open into the drawer or somewhere else. So that's how you can do it. So it's just kind of built-in coming from the Grapesjs studio. But if you have to move it to somewhere else, like let's suppose you want to open this pages thing in modal, or you want to add some images and all those things, those also, like you can add the custom attributes inside this pages thing. That's also what you can do. Okay, so because there is given, like you can add the key, string, and value, whatever you want to keep it. That's all from this video, and if you learn something from this video, please hit the like button and do subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Till then,